All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Right there, 56. 6-man.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Watch the twist. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Williams, running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Check three.
Hey, here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. Throw left side to Reynolds. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run. This is Williams. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Rivers. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Hey, let go.
56, right there, 56.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
56, the mic.
First down 4.
Check 56. I got you, son.
Wait, 89.
To throw is Rivers. That's caught at the 3. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He finds an opening past the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
54. Mike, 54. Ricky.
Alpha.
54, Mike.
Rivers now, the throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down, Rivers again. It's caught by Mike Evans. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's easy work, and it's coming
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Stay there. Stay there. 0. Black 11. Under 10. Under 10. Red Delta. Hey, Charlie. Hey, behind!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Gregory 90! Got 180! 154! Oh, here we go! Behind!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jamal Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 42-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Here we go, G. All day.
Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 4.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
16-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. 3rd down here. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this.
It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a first down carry by Bell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They go play action. Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Lambo is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
56, Mike 56. 3 bus.
Hey, Delta.
56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 54.
Load it.
From the gun, Rivers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, I'm going to go.
First down, Rivers. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Q.
Hey, Alpha.
Behind.
Rivers now. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
3.
Mariota. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You. Hey, Orbit.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want.
Hey, Delta.
54.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing again. Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
You better be smooth.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, front 80. Front 80.
That's track.
Bravo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check back.
Buffalo 1. Buffalo 1.
Mike's by four.
From the gun, Rivers. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down. Rivers, man open left side. It's Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Indianapolis.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Yo.
Hey, 79. 79. Look.
Again, it's Rivers. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Blue Dan. Hey, alert 3.
Where are they, team?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
One.
2nd down, Mariota. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, team.
Wait, 89.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
56. Mike.
Hey, let's go.
56. Here we go, here we go. 56.
Here's Rivers. And he'll find Hall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Set. Black 15. 54. Left right.
So we got man.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They'll throw again. Rivers. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing. 0.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. He's going to look deep down the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mariota that escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And a Colts first down.
Second 90, black 11.
Watch your slap, watch your slap, watch your slap.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
And it's third down.
Go, white 90, white 90.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, one more.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Come on, come on.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point.